Folks, we are back with another video right here on my Twitch live stream channel. If you guys watch me on Twitch, you're watching the early access before it becomes available as a rerun on my YouTube channel. If you guys watching rerun on my YouTube channel, welcome back to the DZPalomino YouTube channel, where this is playlist episode number 6. We've answered a lot of questions so far, have we? Alrighty, folks. If you guys want to subscribe, you can subscribe to both on my Twitch and YouTube channel. If you guys want to support, you can support at the bottom of the screen. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Or if you currently don't have the space to support at the moment, you can utilize the Ember app with the invitation code also made available, where we could be virtual Bitcoin mining business partners. And with the invitation code, you get a boost when it comes to mining Satoshi, mining Bitcoin, free Satoshi 24/7, play, win, and earn. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and not say too much else and jump right into playing. All righty, folks. Now, just to recap, if you guys pretty much been following from the start, or if anybody here is watching this particular video in the middle of the playlist, we're at playlist episode number 6 once again, but from the first 4 episodes, pretty much we had each different unique visit of each location that was made available. But it got to a point where you have to level up so many times before a new location is made available. So therefore, ever since episode 5, we have had to change things up a bit. So now for episode 6, we are continuing on that route, tackling the events of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And for this episode, we are at SETTER. All right. Pack your bags. It's time to travel the world in our SETTER event. Collect passports at any stage and inside mystery boxes to earn great rewards. Are you ready to go? Alrighty, folks, let's go and jump into it. So we're going to go ahead and, of course, like I already mentioned, revisit some locations that we have already been to and see how high we can climb this road. Doesn't look like much since it's only like 3 pages to scroll, but it seems like it gets easy at first, and then as you go down the road in these kind of events, it gets tougher. All right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, for attempt number 1 in playlist episode number 6, we will start off by revisiting London. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road, folks. Alrighty, folks, in London, the very first question for $500 is: which one of these is not one of the 4 mainlands of Japan? Honshu, Kyushu, Angelsei, Hokkaido. Oh boy, I don't want to be off to a rough start already. But just looking at the verbiage at these the answers, I think I'm leaning a lot more towards Anglesey. I never heard of Anglesey. Honshu, Kyushu, Hokkaido sounds about right. But C, final answer. And I'm going to risk it. All right. The next question for $1,000. Which of these is a hugely successful romantic novelist? Oh man, this is not my department of knowledge. Mario Brass, Gabriel Bronze, Michelle Iron, Daniel Steele. All right. We're barely at the $1,000 question, so I am going ahead and going to ask the audience for my first of 4 power-ups. It's going to be D. Alrighty, folks. Let's do it. For the $2,000 question is: which of these is a type of packaging used especially for pills? Veruca pack, corn pack, blister pack, bunion pack. For pills, huh? Well, I never heard of Veruca pack, corn pack, or bunion pack. I mean, But I stand corrected because there's some verbiage out there that kind of surprises me. That, you know, but I'm going to risk it. Blister pack. All right. The next question for $3,000. In the Disney animated film, what sort of bird delivers Dumbo to his mother? Eagle, penguin, stork, swan. Ooh. What sort of bird? Bird. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I am very much leaning towards swan. And I'm going to risk it. No, it is not swan. Dang. All right. The correct answer is stork. And I have lost. Dang it. Alrighty. For attempt number 2 at New York. The $500 question is: what name is given to a person who informs on wrongdoing or corruption in an organization? Whistle stopper, whistle kettle, whistle cleaner, whistle blower. For $1,000. What name is given to bunches of hair worn on either side of the face? Cow tails, horse tails, hen tails, pig tails. Is that right? The other opponent got the question incorrect. Alright. Alrighty, folks. Good start in New York. From this point forward, climb as high as I can. Alright. For $2,000, the question is: which word refers to suitcases, trunks, and garment bags? Taxi, stationery, luggage, hotel. For $3,000, reputedly, Mark Twain described which sport as a good walk, spoiled? Steeplechase, baseball, golf, soccer. What sport? A good walk, spoiled, huh? I feel like it pertains to baseball, but I'm not 100% certain, so I'm going to start off with asking the audience. It is C. Golf. Correct answer, but only 65% was certain. For $5,000. To have unrequited love for someone is to carry a what for them? Fire, work, candle, torch, match. Interesting. Just like analyzing all the available answers, I'm leaning a lot more towards torch, and I think I'm actually going to risk it. Torch it is. Alrighty, $7,500, folks. The song "My Heart Will Go On Forever" was written for which big film of the 90s? Braveheart, Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, Titanic. I can't remember the song off the top of my head, but just trying to think back on the movies, I'm leaning a lot more towards Titanic, but I'm not 100% certain, but that's as close as I can get. I'm gonna ask an expert. Should have just answered it. Titanic. Alright, with only 2 power-ups left. For the $10,000 question, which word can mean both acidic and a pastry with a fruit filling? Danish, flan, tart, eclair. Well, I never heard of eclair or eclair. But dang it. Man. I'm gonna 50-50 it, folks. Dang it, I hate doing this sometimes. Danish? No! Oh boy, that is rough. And obviously the correct answer is tart. Alright, for attempt number 3, we are back in Cologne, Germany. Back in Cologne, where the $500 question is: an older person is sometimes described as being long in the what? Lip, hair, tooth, socks. Long in the... Boy, do I hate utilizing my power-ups or my things this early in the game, but I'm going to swap it. I've actually never heard of this one. Darn. Alright. Another swap for $500. Which of these is the title of a Disney animation? The Mini Mermaid, The Tiny Mermaid, The Little Mermaid, The Petite Mermaid. Come on, guys. For $1,000, into what is Princess Odette turned by a magician in a classic ballet? Swan, duck, goose, coot. That's what's trying to put me to the test with all the cartoon films. Oh boy. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to ask an expert on this one. Swan. Alright. For $2,000, the Olympic torch always begins its global journey in which country? Spain, France, Greece, Italy. Ooh. Man, and I'm actually familiar with the Olympic torch. But I'm not that familiar like that. Oh boy. I don't like it doing it this early, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the audience. See. Greece. And the other opponent got it incorrect. Alright. Alright, folks, let's go ahead and climb as high as we can. I wish this was the $1,000,000. Yeah, but it's not going to be that easy. For $3,000, the question is: Lyons, Toulouse, and Marseille are cities in what country? France, Austria, Germany, Italy. Oh, darn. Dang. This is probably the one time where I use my power-ups at every single start of the questions. I'm going to use my final one. Italy? Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And obviously the correct answer is France. $2,000. Alrighty, folks. Attempt number 4. We are back in Sydney, Australia. For the $500 question, the question is: which of these is most likely to appear regularly on a theater stage? Actor, accountant, acupuncturist, athlete. For $1,000, who or what typically sleeps in a bassinet? Dog, baby, bass fisherman, prisoner. Bassinet. Heck, I would like to think this is all in the verbiage. Oh boy, and I do not want to call my power-ups in early. bassinet, and I'm thinking bass fisherman. I don't see that verbiage pertaining to dog, baby, or prisoner. So I'm going to go ahead and risk it. You gotta be kidding me. And the correct answer is baby? Baby. Alrighty, folks. Since we got a little bit of time, we're going to go ahead and try attempt number 5 at the same location. Attempt number 5. Revisiting for the second time. Sydney, Australia. Let's do it, folks. 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. The very first question for $500 is, what is loose? Wet ground called that suck things in. Speedy soil, quicksand, rapid rocks, fast gravel. Quicksand! $1,000. What are you doing if you are all dancing around in single file at the end of a party? Pogo, tango, congo, bongo. No, it's not pogo, it's not tango. Bongo. Yeah, I'm thinking bongos with the drums. Tango's just two people dancing. Pogo's just the thing that you jump around outside. So, process of elimination. Congo. I would like to think. Alright. And the other opponent got it incorrect. Interesting. Alrighty, folks, we are going to go ahead and move on to the next question and climb as high as we can for this final attempt for this episode. Now, the very next question for $2,000 is, which of these wildcats has stripes? Lions, tigers, cheetahs, leopards. Not lion. What? Tiger? Oh man, it's because you put all these animals together, and then it makes it somehow harder to picture in my head. But I am leaning a lot more towards a cheetah. Cheetah. Man, this question screams cheetah. I'm gonna risk it. Boy. Well, yeah, I've been winning, but the wins have been small. Is this the worst episode I have ever performed on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'll leave that, guys. I'll leave that judgment up to you guys. The correct answer to the $2,000 question in Sydney, Australia is tiger. Ah. Whew, boy. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to go ahead and call it from right here. Well, that was pretty fun. Pretty millionaired out from those last 5 attempts. With that being said, folks, it may be a win, but again, winnings were pretty small. Well, that was fun. Fun. With that being said, folks, I'm your host, DZPalomino. Don't forget to subscribe on either my Twitch or YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in the next game show.